Good morning, guys. April 10th update. Here we have a few trees I've put in the ground recently. This is a Brewster lychee, and it's doing really well at getting acclimated. And here's a Mauritius. So we've got two lychees side by side. I also have a sweetheart in the backyard that's much more established. It's about 7 years old, but I decided to add these two varieties just to have some diversity. And this little fella here is the 10th jackfruit tree that I have put into the ground. This variety is particularly called Honey Gold, and it's supposed to be a really good variety. I will be adding 3 additional jackfruit trees into the garden, but this little fella here will grow really well, I hope. I hope to provide another update at the end of the year for you guys on these jackfruit additions. My lemon zest is pretty loaded this year with fruits. Definitely dealt with fungal issues, which is very typical for lemon zest, so they're infamous for that. But I was able to save quite a bit of fruits on it, and so I hope to have a future update video for you guys showing fruits sizing up. But I want to take a moment to kind of appreciate the beauty of the front yard tropical garden. It's coming out really nicely. Here we have a pina colada mango, which is a good variety, I believe. And here is a longan. It's probably my best tasting longan that I have. I'm not sure what variety it is, but it reminds me a lot of the longan in Vietnam, which in my opinion is really, really good compared to like the kohala and the drier longan, because I'm used to the more juicy longans, which are common in Vietnam, but these are very unique looking. You can see it almost looks like a lychee, so I'm not sure what it is, to be honest with you, but it is fruiting. We're going to pass some mango trees. I'm not going to cover everything because there's so much going on right now, but this is a prime Caimay. It's flowering. This is my Grimmel. That's pushing a lot of growth. I have some red jabos in the ground. These are all reds. I have about 7 red jabos in the ground at the moment. So I've been training this tree for 2 years now, and it's doing really well. It's yielding really well, and now I'm starting to train it to grow vertically. So this allows extra space for the different scions, different grafts to grow well without competing with each other. At least that's the idea. Here we have a Glend. We got Pineapple Pleasure. We have Harvest Moon. This was just last year, so you can see it's only grown this much. This was also last year, but it's grown quite a bit. So just the vigor of the graft just depends on the root stock as well as the scion itself. So I have Cat Chu, I have Harvest Moon, Nam Dak Mai, Pim Sen Moon, Pickering, just a bunch of stuff that I'm really not expecting to get an incredible harvest out of this tree. It's just more so for a place where I can keep my scions, so I can harvest it to propagate it in the future. And then over here we have a kohala longan. I also shaped this guy, and it's really filling out nicely. You can see there's a lot of vertical growth, which is very natural for kohala, which is why I decided to go with the kohala. It's an average tasting fruit, but it's an incredibly beautiful variety of longan. It has beautiful growth habits. You have the red leaves coming up, and then you have just the upright structure that's very natural for them to grow that way. So some new addition this year, which I'm really excited about. You can see it's pushing out growth. These are sugar apples. So I was able to scour the internet to find some really nice size sugar apple trees. So I got 4 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I have some other ones in the back. I've also grafted, which so far successfully taken onto cherimoya rootstocks. So I'm trying to go big this year with the sugar apple, so we'll see. But you can see here, these are on its own rootstock and it's pushing really well, or it's in the process of pushing. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but they are definitely pushing. And then I have this is my largest sugar apple. It was full of leaves just a few weeks ago, but it got cold and it dropped its leaves, but it's filling out. It's coming back. It's pushing out. So it looks, believe it or not, this is an extremely healthy sugar apple tree. It's about 8 feet tall, close to 8 feet tall. It's about 7 feet. So here's my Annona. It's also multi-grafted, grafted so far successfully. You can see it's pushing red Gefner. We got some giant Yucatan. We got some sugar apples pushing. Here's another sugar apple. I grafted a lot of sugar apple this year, and it's hard to see, but it's actually pushing. Got some giant Atis, some more red Gefner. We have Dream here, we have El Bumpo, we have Priestley, we have Lisa. So this is a cocktail Annona tree, as you obviously can tell. But yeah, it's coming back. I try to shape this guy as well. Hopefully you guys can tell, but I like the shape of this. Okay, over here is another addition. This is the Dang Rasimi. This is another jackfruit. This is supposed to be a dwarf variety, but we'll see. And then moving here, we have more jackfruit. This is the Golden Nugget. So hopefully this guy will start flowering next year. It would be my guess. And here is another jackfruit, actually holding fruit. This is called a Thomas variety. So I try to collect some unique superior varieties of jackfruit. This is an orange flesh. It has a deep orange. It's incredibly sweet. Here's a Boca. This is a hybrid between a jackfruit and a Chempedek. Here's an Orange Crush. It just has a nice name. I'm not sure how the fruit quality is like. Here is the Fairchild's First. It is fruiting. Here's another addition. This one looks really cool, huh? It looks almost like a mango leaf. But this is a Red Morning. And here's a China jackfruit. So the theme of the day here, guys, is jackfruit. So China. This guy's also fruiting. So I have 3 fruiting, almost 4 fruiting jackfruit trees so far. And the others are going to take at least another 2-3 years to fruiting size. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoy the video. I have some more jackfruits growing in the back. But yeah, I mainly want to focus on jackfruit this year because I'm trying to ramp up as many varieties as I can fit into my garden. So I'm up to 10, as I mentioned. I got 3 more coming. And yeah, if there's any good suggestions for any other varieties I should get, let me know. Thank you, guys.